This is the last, this man who depart from the faith and fall from the grace. Switching up lanes, just quitting the race and cover the truth and put on my shine and I got like first. Seal of life and the mark of the beast. And I'm eating this thing like parts of a feast. I'm tired of rap and I'm tired of trap.
What up, guys? It's your boy Abed One, and welcome to the INFERNO 101 reality show. We always take it back in the streets. That's our motto. Asking the question, what's your Inferno? And today we are doing it in the Inferno studios, and we got my boy Nearly Slick. What's good, brother?
What do you do, brother?
That's great.
Thanks for having me.
I brought you here in the studios. Let's show them what's your Inferno.
Okay, check it. Holier than thou, trying to make it on the list if fears to come now. It's hard being an angel, rocking with the devil, trying to do good when all I see is evil. I'm Lord in the flesh, more than the Gomorrah, right in the world, time not me conform, many cars and the girls, fair men the Joe, good kid, going bed, the front, I'm the baddest, praise to myself, not he who's the greatest, Satan did the same, I guess no story, solo with partner, back to my story, my mind on trapping talk about no beats, eyes wide open, visions to blur, so destiny came down for me, and wash me the blood, it does care for me. In Genesis 1, he called out for light. I've been dwelling in the darkest, scared of the night. 99 sheep been lost, but I'm found. Sing amazing grace, or sweet be the sound. Sweeter than a getting. Go ahead, take a bite. I'm never going back. I kissed goodbye. When I found the Lord, I found the perfect truth. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And tell me what I'm missing could be what I'm dissing. Who would ever thought goodbye I'd be kissing?
What? There you go. You got it, guys. I told you. This is the Inferno 101 reality show. And if you're missing one of those things, I'm pretty sure you are not online, right? But if you are, make sure you connect to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And it's the Inferno 101 reality show. You won't be missing any of this. Inferno, what's up, brother? Jeez, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, man. That was some deep lyrics, man.
I appreciate, man.
That was some deep lyrics, man. Is it like Christian hip hop or some sort of
straight up Christian hip hop,
Christian
theological rap?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Let me start up with that, because I mentioned that because there was a topic with a lot of artists and all those stuff. What's up with these artists? They say they don't want to be in the Christian hip hop term, like they want to be boxed as Christian hip hop. What's up with all that?
Well,
I'm pretty sure you've heard the news, like everybody's like, I'm not a Christian hip hop, I'm just a rapper who is a Christian and all those stuff. What's up with all that?
Okay, this pretty hectic and controversial question, but I would try.
Yeah.
Okay, what I think is, I mean, like, don't misquote me or anything.
Yeah.
But what I think is, at times, it could be the lack of support.
All right.
Because, like, if I tell someone, like, maybe a grown-up person, like, I am a rapper, before they even hear my content, they judge the genre,
all right,
not the content.
All right. So when we mean this lack of support, we're talking about the Christian brothers and sisters, or we are talking about people in general?
Yeah, it's funny, why? Because some of the people who actually listen to hip-hop, they do not listen to Christian hip-hop just because it's now Christian. You know, like you can go to a church, right?
Yeah.
And you perform your rap, probably you got the chance to.
Yeah.
Then people who actually listen to rap with like rap songs in their iPods and phones and stuff like that, at times they don't jump. Why? Because they think like, okay, oh, this thing is coming to church. Okay, does it really belong here?
Yeah.
You get that type of thing. So they try to somehow play some holier than that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, all right, that's good. I just wanted to hear your point of view when it comes to the Christian hip hop term. Let's let the viewers know about Nearly Slick. Who is Nearly Slick?
Okay, Nearly Slick is a contemporary Christian urban artist in the confinements of rap, which is to say I combine rap and pop in my music. So, like what you said earlier, you know, I box myself, or rather put myself as a Christian hip hop tag. Yeah, I carry the tag because I cannot be an ambassador of a place that I do not come from.
Right.
You get it? So if I am a Christian, I must talk about my spirituality. That's why I am a Christian rapper, not a rapper who happens to be a Christian. If someone is a gangster and is on the streets, they call them gangster rappers. Why? Because they talk about their gangster stuff.
Talk about the street, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, okay. And that's Nearly Slick. When
That's
did you start your music and all those stuff? Because we're hearing like, that was deep bars that I was hearing from there.
Basically, growing up, I was in love with music, though I come from a family that does not have a musical background. Yeah,
alright.
you know, they does sing in church, you know, but they're not like recording artists and all. So,
Yeah.
to record, I started end of 2011. Then I got on the MERP that was sometime in 2012 with
Okay.
my Rock with Christ mixtape, my
Okay.
first project, yeah.
All right. And till now, how has it been?
Yeah, going good.
Going good.
God has been on my side.
Okay,
Yeah.
so coming up on a family that doesn't have a music background, and we're talking about Christian hip hop and all those stuff. How was the support to your side, your family, and all those stuff? Because this is Christian hip hop. This is something which is kind of like new when it comes to other people. They don't like. They'll be like, I do Christian hip hop. They'll be like, well, what kind of music is that? Nah, like, you understand? So, how was the support?
Okay, the support, you know, it's not always on the easy path.
Yeah.
You have to do a lot of preaching and explaining. Why? Because other people, they do not understand. When they hear rap, like I said, they think of those young boys that were with the that were
like, these boys are
their
starting now.
parents
Yeah,
are like
yes,
then too low, and the lyrical content that disrespect women, like, you know, there's too much misogynism in
Yeah,
rap.
yeah.
Like, they disrespect women, they talk about, they perpetrate violence, drugs, and sex, stuff like that. So when someone here like you rap, that's the first question that comes on their mind, like, you know, what
yeah.
good can
Yeah.
can come from rap? The same thing they ask, what good can come out of Nazareth on the story of Jesus? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before people they hear what you have to offer, they start by judging the genre, not judging the lyrics.
The lyrics.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, what I can say is people, they think if you are blessed with a talent or a gift in the confinements of rap. Why?
Yeah.
Because it dominates more in the secular community. They think your gift is only logged in that community and you cannot use the same gift to glorify God, of which there's a lie.
Yeah,
That's a misconception.
There's a term like rap is the devil's music and all those stuff.
Exactly.
And I get to wonder, like, is it really the devil's music? Because
Come on, people, they used to say rock is the devil's music, but you song took it to the next level, and we use those songs to worship.
that's what we normally
So I
worship
cannot wait to hear a rap worship song.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sing a worship song in rap, and people, they'll cry in the church and get in the spirit.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, there you go, guys. This is Nearly Slick, and we're talking about the Christian hip hop community. That's kind of like deep. I'll catch you after this break. A bit one, signing out. Guys, welcome back to the Inferno 101 reality show, and as always and forever, it still will be. I'm your host, Abed One, and today we're talking about the Christian rap community with Nearly Slick. Welcome back, brother.
Welcome back. Thanks.
I remember on our previous episode, we were talking about the support and all those stuff, like how you came up and all those stuff. Now, I want to go deep into the. Really want to focus on the Christian brothers and sisters back to back with the Christian rap, because from the way we have been looking these stories from the late decades and all those stuff till now, a lot of people have been backing down from the Christian rap community because they lack support and all those stuff. Like, we all understand that not every Christian is going to listen to the Christian rap, right?
Yeah.
But I think we all need that kind of support, right?
Yeah, true.
Despite we listen to the songs or not, but we all need that kind of support, because at the end of the day, it's a gospel. Because the Christian hip hop, it's moving the gospel, right?
Yeah, true.
But the gospel doesn't move in one line. It moves
true.
in different lines, different genres, and all those stuff. But why is it taking too long for the African continent to understand or to embrace the Christian rap, the movement of the gospel through rap?
Okay, let me say this. You still remember when I mentioned something about being an ambassador of the kingdom?
Of the kingdom, yes.
So I'm gonna, answer it from a biblical perspective, but then I'll put my thoughts to it.
Yeah.
If Paul wrote letters to the people in Corinth, right?
Yeah.
Then that's where he was sent with God, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, who was sent to hip hop heads on the streets?
Yeah.
Because the pastor is not there with the rhymes. Probably they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
And for you to reach out to someone, you have to speak the same language with the person. You get it?
Yeah.
So we are just packaging what they are familiar to, then give it to them. But then the problems now, the problems comes when those people now, they've been reached out to by a non-rapper or non-rapper who happens to do Christian hip-hop. Then they go to the church. Then they are forced to fit in a certain, certain conditions, which they are a stranger to. You get what I'm saying? Then you end up having conflicts between new believers who happens to be hip-hop heads, and probably certain church doctrines. Then they would end up feeling like outcasts or misfits. Why? Because where they are supposed to be getting support is where they are being chased.
Of which the church is supposed to be
to give them support, but then that's where they are treated as outcasts.
All right. Okay. All right. So the division on its own is starting in the church.
Yeah, at times. Why? Because some of our traditional leaders, I'm sorry for saying that, they are failing to understand the thing that people who are now listening to music or who are being motivated and influenced by music is probably from 1985 to probably 2005. And those people, most of them, they listen to dancehall and hip-hop music and R&B. Then if you try to make me listen to something that was done in the 80s, I cannot fit in. Why? Because that's not my taste. So long then they don't accept this hip-hop thing in the church, instead of ushering people back into the kingdom of God, they are actually chasing them away.
So who should we really address to? Because we have the leaders and we have the church members who happens to be the former, like the pioneers, like they are church members who say we have stayed in the church, we have been in this thing together for a long time and all those stuff. And we have new believers, right? And then new believers, they come and then they sit down, they listen to the word, and then they look at back where they're coming from in the streets, where the pioneers, you are not going in the streets to preach the gospel. And then they'll be like, okay, so if you want to reach these guys, let's go with the language they understand. So who should we really address? The guys who say we have been in this thing for too long, or the leaders? Who is really to be blamed, or should we say just to point fingers?
To answer that in simple terms, I used to say my music when I'm writing is based on a theory that man is a spirit and there's a soul, and these two are sheltered in this body, right? And this body belongs to a certain environment where there are systems there. Like if I'm hungry, if I need food, I have to use money to go and purchase. Okay, if I need education, I'll go to school. And if I need spiritual guidance, I go to church. You get it? So if the people who are at church are not educated about the new world or on how things are changing, who's going to educate them?
That's deep.
So I think our elders must be flexible, not to be rigid. Why? Because that's the difference between being religious and being a Christian. Why? Because Christianity basically is not a religion. I know it's the story on its own.
Okay, the reason why I understand better, I do Christian hip hop too. I think that's what we talked about this off air. I think we have known each other for a while now. We had to discuss all these things and all those stuff. I happens to be like where I get to find that Christian members, brothers and sisters, they don't really support when you get off stage. Do you have one of those moments when you're in church and then...
Not only that, brother. I also experienced a moment where I have a mic snatched off my mouth. Why? Because I was doing rap. That's in the church, but the rap, they were talking about Jesus. Actually, I said, he asked me, okay, you're gonna, do your rap song. I'm like, yeah. What's the name of the song? It's Jesus on my side. Then he asked me, an elder in the church, he asked me, is it gospel? Like, did I say the devil on my side? I just said Jesus on my side. Come on.
That brings me to the other question. What makes a song gospel?
The lyrics, the content, what you are talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be Jesus confined. Kind of gospel
Christ-centered, theological. Like I said, I can't just talk about, you know, spiritual things in my songs all the time.
Yeah.
Why? Because, like I said, a Christian also belongs to a particular environment with drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I also address those things at a conscious level, but
Yeah.
from a Christian perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys as Christian rappers, what path are you taking, right? When it comes, because we've seen a lot of division in the church. Like right now, denominations, there happens to be like we have football teams and all those stuff. Like this church is fighting over this church, this pastor over this pastor, and it's all about titles and it's all about names and all those stuff. Is it still what part are you really taking as Christian rappers, you know, to address this kind of thing? Because it's really misleading a lot of people. What part are you really taking as the Christian hip hop community?
Well, we're trying, but you know, at times they just say, "Oh, that rapper guy," you see, they just, you know, egocentric.
Yeah.
You know, with this genre, we see each other in opposites. They're like, okay, those are some of the traits that are manifesting. You know, they don't see, you know, if I see something that's against him or her who's preaching the word, then they say, "Ah, you're not rapper dudes." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we are trying to, you know, do whatever we can by the grace of God to get the word out there and to make them understand that, you know, it's not about the genre, it's about the music in the genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
But talking about the division now, not only talking about the Christian rap only, talking about the lot of scandals and all those that happen with this pastor over this pastor and all those, and then we happens to look at the followings that are there, and then we look at how many people are being misled and how many people should really sit down and watch this pastor talking about this other pastor and this pastor over this. Are we really sitting down to hear those kind of message, or we want to hear the gospel? And for you guys who are the Christian rappers, you get to see that happen, and you want to address the people like, we have shifted our focus. Our main target is getting the people to Christ. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on you, what are you, and how much you have, and all those stuff, right? What part are you taking in addressing all those things? And remember, the Christian hip hop guys, you don't have that kind of platforms in the church. So what are you doing, first of all, to be listened, to be heard?
We are using movements like this, INFERNO,
The INFERNO 101.
to get our voices heard out there.
Okay.
Because if a certain preacher, right, does something and probably went sideways, you get it?
Yeah.
Or a certain icon in rap goes sideways, especially in this Christian rap, you know what I'm saying, and they know what I'm saying. Then because they have got the majority, then everyone will just follow them. Like, okay, I started off as a Christian rapper, then when I blow out, I'm out there, then I'm like dropping the tag. At times could be because of power, and at times could it be because of pressure, you know, like you carry the cross and the cross becomes heavy. Now you're not drop the cross. Come on.
Or even for marketing purposes as well.
Exactly.
Like just trying to broaden your brand and all those stuff. Because we have seen a lot of people they talk, and they have different opinions. They're entitled to their opinions. People drop their tags and all those stuff, and then they reach to that next level, and then next on they come back like, I've repented and all those stuff after they achieve some level.
You know the fun thing about it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
When a Christian hip hop icon goes sideways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they try, other Christian rappers or followers, they try to go with him, right?
Yeah.
But when another secular artist try to convert to become a Christian, then they just say, okay, I don't think he's one of us. He's a black sheep. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we had those kind of things.
When Kanye West made a gospel album, you get it? Though it was deep. I don't want to lie. Jesus is King. It was deep. But then Christians, they were against Kanye.
Why are we having a lot of judgments?
Because I think it was for Kanye. I think it was just the Damascus Road. Like he was poor. He was so, now he's converting to.
But why is it we only believe Saul and Paul in the Bible, but we don't believe Saul and Paul in our nowadays?
We don't believe the old Kanye and the new Kanye.
How come? Because we're having this problem. Like we only want to believe the Bible, what the Bible say, and all those stuff. But when it comes to our generation, The God is still the same. He can do the same things with a different person. How come we are not believing all that, but we believe the things only from the Bible?
We need divine intervention.
And some rock with Christ. We need really to rock with Christ. That's some crazy things that are happening out there, especially a lot of judgment and all those stuff, because it has let other people backslide and all that, especially for the new believers. Like they've backslide a lot of them. Okay, bro. Talking back to you, where can we really find your music, and what other things do you do besides? Because I can see it, rock with Christ and all those stuff. There's some merchandise and all those stuff. Let's talk about you now.
Okay, rock with Christ. This is I'm basically a beat maker and a graphic designer and a qualified family therapist. So this is one of my branding, rock with Christ.
I really need one too, though.
Sure thing, I'll hook you up.
That's XXL though, for the size. Yeah.
Sure thing.
I should really make, for you guys, if you see me with no Rock with Christ merchandise, just know that this guy is stingy.
On the next interview, you must have yours.
That's great, that's great, that's great. Okay.
So my music, you can get them on all the platforms. The name is Niley Slick. That's NIELLY space SLICK.
I never get to ask where Niley Slick comes from. What's your real name?
Niley Slick. Okay. My actual name is Daniel.
What have you thought? What have you thought? Daniel, right?
Daniel.
Cool.
So it was more like
I need to talk with these viewers. You guys, you all know this is Daniel, right? Niley Slick, right? I go by the name Abed One of the four. I shared with this a lot of times. My original name comes from the friends of Daniel, Abednego, right? That was Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Daniel. That was one of the four comes from. Now I get to find out with the Daniel now.
No wonder why we brothers.
We're waiting for Meshach and Shadrach now. There you go.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
I'm glad you. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Niley Slick comes from Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Okay. Like it was more of addition and subtraction. If you take out the D and the A, you get Nai. Then you suffix with ly, you get Niley.
Niley, and then Slick?
Slick, there's the slickness part of it. It was actually my nickname. Why? Because I hated the term swag. So people, they would say, like, if they say, yes, I would ask, like, is he slick? Is he slick? Then my homies like, okay, this guy is slick. Okay. Then I wanted to bore them. Why? Because I didn't like it. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it as my name.
All right. That's one of the names that that's the Niley Slick is the one that you use also on your social platform.
On my social platform. And my mama is actually calling me Niley Slick as well.
Wow, that's great. That's some kind of support that we're talking about. So on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, it's still Niley Slick.
Niley Slick, NIELLYSLICK.
All right, that's great. And are you free for bookings and all those stuff?
Sure, I'm down.
It's good. I've seen some live performance around Cape Town and all those stuff.
Yeah, we trying to move, this still Christian hip hop, we try to get the gospel to
out in the streets. Out in the streets.
To all the four corners.
That's what we do. That's why we're here in the Inferno 101 reality show. In the streets. But today we're in the studios. It's pretty amazing. Brother, appreciate it, man. Niley Slick.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much. It's really, really an honor for you to be here. I can't really express my joy, but thank you so much for being here, and we talk about these things, and these viewers, they get to know about the Christian hip hop, they get to understand about the Christian hip hop community and all those stuff. I really, really appreciate it.
It was really quite an honor.
I really, really appreciate that. There you go, guys. That was Niley Slick, and we were talking about the Christian hip hop community around the world and what's happening in the church. For you not to miss one of these things, make sure you get connected with the Inferno 101 reality show that is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and YouTube as well. You know how we do it, guys, taking back in the streets. This is the Inferno 101 reality show, and I'm your host, Abed one of the four, and I'm signing out.
Hello world, it's your boy Niley Slick, and shout out to the Inferno 101 reality show. You dig? Okay, check it. My mama named Eva raised me believing, told me son the devil deceives. I to heed of my faith and my deeds. Christ alone is all that I need. Children of Israel follow the cloud. Many today we follow the crowd. Follow the Christ like signing on Twitter. Be a disciple like Simon and Peter. He is the land of the tribe of Judah. High up above than dragon and Buddha. Spitting out fire like a dragon. Booyah. Seed of a woman. Christ the head of the serpent. I am as he is. I am no ordinary servant. Rocking the marks in cathedrals just like a reverend. My spirit be fervent. His grace is sufficient. Walking and talking the walk of the faith. Preaching and teaching the beat of the cross. This is the last. This man who depart from the faith and fall from the grace. Switching up lanes, the squid in the race. And cover the truth and put on my shirt and the gun like first. Seal of life and the mark of the beast. And I'm eating this green like parts of a feast. I'm tired of rap and I'm tired of trap. Same old crap, folks spitting the same. All about the money and the fame and the girls. When I'm changing the game and I'm changing the game. Tired of rap and I'm tired of trap. Same old crap, folks spitting the same. All about the money and the fame and the game. And I'm changing the game and I'm changing the game.